This morning, the long-awaited breakthrough, a deal reached for COVID relief, a massive $900 billion package. Overnight, lawmakers resolved differences over one last hurdle, a conservative push to curb emergency lending powers for the Federal Reserve. The new agreement, not yet public, but believed to include direct payments of $600 based on income, enhanced unemployment benefits of $300 a week, rent and food assistance, plus funding for vaccines. All that separate from a very different drama in the White House. President Trump in a tense debate with aides and advisors over steps he could take to try to overturn the Biden victory, according to one source briefed on the meeting. The New York Times first reported the meeting became raucous and involved people shouting at each other. At issue, would the president appoint lawyer Sidney Powell, who advocated conspiracy theories, as a special counsel to investigate the election?
He needs to appoint a special counsel immediately.
Also discussed the views of Trump ally General Michael Flynn, pardoned by the president for lying in the Russia investigation. The Times reports Flynn was in the Oval Office when the president asked about Flynn urging use of the military.
He could take military capabilities and he could place them in those states and basically rerun an election.
The New York Times reported that Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and White House counsel Pat Cipollone aggressively pushed back. President Trump dismissing the reports on Twitter, calling it fake news. In a separate development, President Trump broke with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo over the massive cyber attack against the federal government and private companies. Pompeo directly blamed Russia.
I think it's the case that now we can say pretty clearly that it was the Russians that engaged in this activity.
Hours later, President Trump muddied the water by suggesting it may be China. It may. And complained, Russia, Russia, Russia is the priority chant when anything happens. Aides say the White House had plans to publicly identify Russia as the culprit. But instead, officials released a statement referring to actors behind this conduct that did not name Russia. And from the Biden transition, the president-elect has announced 6 new members to his climate team, including the first woman to ever serve as energy secretary, former Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm, and the first Native American ever nominated to serve in the cabinet, New Mexico Congresswoman Deb Haaland, for Interior. And tomorrow, the president-elect is scheduled to get his COVID vaccine. Willie?
All right, Kelly O'Donnell at the White House. Kelly, thank you very much.